Hello, this is Sumit here. Welcome everyone. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning,
Yes.
morning.
Good morning.
Yep, can someone pass me the presenter rights? Abdul, are you there? Or Sagar?
Hi. Yeah, go ahead. Let just stop sharing.
Cool, thank you. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
So thank you everyone for joining. We have quite a couple of people. Happy to see that. First of all, Congratulations, everyone. You guys have decided to move to your further steps or next step in the progression of your networking journey. And that is a good path. That is ideally how we should be proceeding further. Uh, I still see some people joining in, so that's good. But the way I ideally take these things forward is I want to know everyone personally. I would be speaking about myself, but my first preference is to know the people who are really interested to take their career further in terms of progression. They want to learn something new, something which is really holding the market correct. So from that perspective, can we have a quick intro? Hello, guys, or everyone, can we have a quick intro? Who want to go first?
Yes, sir.
Just go, take the opportunity, speak. It's fine. This
Yes,
is
sir.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
bore you. First of all, this is not going to be one-way session. This is going to be a two-way interactive session where you will also be speaking and giving me the inputs. I would try to bring a lot of clarity to the thought process what you have. That is the reason I want to know what exactly do you do. Are you a fresher? You are already working in industry? If yes, where do you work? What kind of work do you do? So I would take the name, probably Raju. Do you want to go first?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. My name is Raju, sir. I'm from Andhra Pradesh. I'm working as a data center network engineer in CFI Technology, sir. Client is SBI, sir. I have only
Okay,
the I have only the 9 months of experience, sir. I'm like a fresher, sir, to the
cool.
industry.
So right time. You're moving ahead. So what ideally do you do? Do you support SBI's network?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, we are entire supporting the SBI network, sir.
Perfect.
Yeah, we are.
So
Yeah, NAC
mhm,
support, sir. Yes, data center to under NAC supports entire. NAC.
perfect. Interesting. You are on right path. Nirmal, I'm not sure if Nirmal is here. Amir, no one wants to speak. Alok, Avinash. Am I audible? I'm doubting if we do have people.
Sir, you are audible, sir.
Yeah,
You are
you're
audible,
audible.
sir.
You can hear
Audible,
you.
audible.
Okay. So Bobola, you want to go? I believe you're not from India.
Oh, yeah. My name is Bobola Oladele. I'm from Nigeria. Currently, I work as a network engineer for an oil and gas company. And
Hmm.
also, we also have a payment platform we're trying to build up. So I also work as a network infrastructure for the payment platform. And
Okay, interesting.
I'm also open to build up my career as a network consultant.
Okay, interesting. You're going right. So how many number of years of experience you have?
3 years, 3 years.
Interesting. So what do you think so far? How's your life in networks?
Well, it has been fantastic because I really don't have a background in computer science but I just joined networking after my BS, and it has been fine studying Cisco's and other OEMs.
Perfect. Interesting. Happy that we are connected. Let's take it further.
Oh,
Who's next? Who wants to go next? I wouldn't be taking the name. That really doesn't look good, I believe. Anyone else is interested? We have quite a long session that is going to be here. And I don't want you people to sleep in between. I know it's a Saturday early morning maximum. For maximum people, it would be more over a vacation for you, including me. So yeah, speak up something. Dimple, Ishwara Reddy, Hemraj.
Yeah, this is Ishwar Reddy. So I'm part of 16 years experience in technology. So I have worked with multiple projects in Cisco related implementation done. So as of now, I'm working as a senior project manager.
Oh,
So I
so
want to,
what is the motivation you want to go for go for a CCNP when you are already working as a a project manager having 16 years of experience?
No, not only 16 experience project manager. I have to work as an engineer. As of now, current role is the senior project
Oh,
manager. I have
okay.
completed CCNA, CCNP, everything, and
Uh-huh.
3 papers also, but the labs. Okay, so I want continue the same scenario. I just log in how the troubleshooting and latest technologies is working. So now I'm looking on Cisco ACI. I'm learning and cloud environment also. I have to get knowledge. Try to get the knowledge.
Okay,
So
so
time I log in this session. That purpose only I log into.
no,
Uh,
interesting. Even so, this is important that you need to have the motivation even to learn after when you are having 15 or 16 plus years of experience, because that's what this field uh, is needed. Like in this field, you have to study all the time. Past 10 years, I have been studying multiple things and it never stopped. So I'm happy. Congratulations, personally, Ishwara, that you are thinking to proceed further for something like this. Who wants to go next? Jeffrey, you want to go further?
Hi, this is Amar
Hey, Amar,
uh, from Bangalore.
how are you?
Currently, I'm working. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Hope you all are good.
I am good. I am good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, currently, I'm working in a software company as working on a role network as an administrator, having a 2.5 year of experience,
Mm-hmm.
and currently managing like on-premise. Like we have a MNC company. We are a MNC company. Like a company name is a CubeLogic Software Private Limited.
Mm-hmm.
As a MNC company, having a on-premises of on-premises network and managing on-premises network, and as well as the clients network, and helping them in implementing like basically core part handling is a firewall things, working on a FortiGate, and as well as a Cisco Meraki device like switches, and this this kind of stuff currently handling.
Perfect. Perfect. Interesting. Uh, uh,
Planning,
mhm.
implementation,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well
yeah.
as
So overall,
documentation.
end-to-end delivery, including the support,
Yeah,
is what you are looking for.
yeah.
Perfect. Who wants to go next? I still have some people left: Jeffrey, Jonel, Mohan, Nirmal, Roberto, Sai Ram, Satya Singh, and Shailesh. Anyone is
Yes,
interested?
Sairam can go next. So, hi Sumit. So,
Hi.
yeah, this is Sairam, and I work at Dell designing their distributed systems. I'm a OS engineer, cloud engineer, Kubernetes engineer. I've been working for about 20 years in this.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
That's
my
quite long time. Yeah.
my final goal is to get a CISSP in 5 years. So,
Mhm.
networking is something I'm not super strong at. I, I know a bit about networking, but I just want to deep dive into it. So this is the only area where I feel I need to improve some skills so that probably down the road, CISSP, when I touch it, that's when all these foundation levels I'm going to achieve in the next few years will help for that.
Um, I am, personally, I'm feeling obliged that you are, like, there are people in industry who are trying to learn something even after 20 years of experience. So I would say this is personally is going to be a motivational journey even for me, because now I have reached at that stage of my experience where I don't tend to study something new because I'm tired of, to be frank.
Mhm.
Your age goes more, you stop learning. I am in that phase, but looking at you, for sure I'm going to start something new again, probably a CCI or something. But yeah, thank you, sir. I would call you sir for this,
Nah,
because you
always
are you are having much higher experience than me. My experience is 10+ years. Yours is exactly like double. So thank you. And for rest of the people who are listening to us, kudos to Sairam sir, that even at 20 years of experience, the intention or the intensity to learn is most important thing. So thank you.
oh, sure. And please call me Sai. And
No, no,
so
that, but
it's not allowed in this industry. I'll go with the first name. So call me Sai. That would be great. And there is nothing wrong because I learn from my interns too. I hire interns. I learn from them because they're fresh college grads. Also, they bring something on to the table. So it's always a learning experience every day for me.
absolutely, totally agreed with you. Totally agreed. So yeah, I am looking forward to hear more from you and your experiences from past 20 years. So whatever journey we have in this, it is not going to be one way where I would be speaking and you all would be listening. It would be more over a combination.
Sure. Thank you.
Anyone else want to go, or I should start with further?
Sir, one doubt, sir. Can I ask, sir?
Raju, we would jump on it out. Don't worry about that. We have a Q&A sessions, but we haven't even started yet. Okay. Okay, let's jump in. What exactly is this about? Before that, I would give an intro about myself. My name is Sumit. I am an ex-Cisco TAC engineer. I'm sorry, I'm a bit unwell since today morning. So I'm an ex-Cisco TAC engineer. I have worked with TAC for more than 3 years, in which I handled approximately 3,000 plus cases from different clients across the globe. My majority of that includes working with all the routing protocols. That includes BGP, OSPF, MPLS, VXLAN, any kind of routing which is supported in service provider, enterprise, as well as data center. Apart from that, I do have other experiences that includes working with NOC, design, implementation, and currently I'm working as an escalation engineer with one of the top banks. Um, apart from that, my major expertise are into routing, switching, data center, multicast, and ECI. These are my major portfolios where I work as an SME in my current organization. Apart from that, the certifications what ideally I do have is into CCNA, CCNP, CCIRNS, or you can say enterprise infrastructure, and then into CCNP data center. Whereas I have the intention to move further and crack my CCIDC probably in next 1 year. That is the intention what I do have as of now. Uh, Apart from that, I'm learning personally on the Google Cloud front because of the need what my organization have. We are totally moving into the cloud projects. So this is what my background is ideally. I'll be showing you what is going to be our today's agenda, how exactly what exactly we are going to bring to the table with this CCNA plus CCNP combo, and how exactly it stands different from what any other one is giving in the market. So because uh, being a ex-Cisco TAC, I really know how exactly things would be troubleshooted, and I believe maximum people working over here would be moreover from a role where they have to actively work on the incidents and try to resolve them. So majorly my personal experience, what I have seen is that major issues comes with routing. So we would be dealing further with how exactly you should be troubleshooting every single routing protocol, that is BGP, OSPF, EIGRP, static routing, what approach should be used. So it would be a wholesome journey from basics of CCNA, which you already know, to the advanced program where you would be capable to do the troubleshooting on your own. So who should do this course? If you guys know what is OSI model, TCP, UDP, ICMP, ARP, DHCP, Telnet, and all this basic stuff, what you have learned in, in your CCNA course, that is more than enough for you to join this. Why? Because this is something in which we would be concentrating on making your, basics too much stronger. Those are most important thing. That basics are not clear for people, and from that we have decided to bring up something as a combo like this, so that the basics are concentrated upon, as well as we would be going further and deep diving different kind of technologies, which would be BGP, OSPF, MPLS, multicast, QoS, switching, and all those things. Anyone here working with banking role? I believe someone said. Has anyone worked on multicast over here?
Yes, sir. We are working, sir.
Okay, so you know what is the importance of multicast for any financial institution. Anyone who is working with banks, they are quite aware what exactly and how exactly is multicast needed in a banking environment. So for sure, we would be going to cover that. Apart from that, we would be covering QoS, IPv6. I will be coming on the the curriculum what we are going to cover, but before that I would be going through a demo lab which we have created just to show you the troubleshooting approach what ideally a TAC engineer prefers. So everyone is good. We should go with this, and this is not going to be a typical one what you ideally see in a CCNP lab or a CCI lab. This is moreover what I have picked up from my experience, which is not taught in the books. This has moreover come from the experience what I have got working from past 10 years. So everything good. This is a small topology what we have. The problem here is that this specific machine, which is VPC 52, is not able to ping this VPC. This is again a machine, so you can say the communication is broken. Telnet is not working, HTTPS communication is not working, and this, imagine yourself in this situation where you are the network engineer, a customer, or the application owner who is trying to access this specific service is not able to do that. Okay, so we will be going step by step, every single device, check out basics, what exactly we should be checking, and then move further. The history behind this is because ideally what we ask is we ask a lot of questions to the problem owner. So we ask them some outputs, we ask them what exactly error they are getting on their application end. Apart from them, we observe our monitoring tools. Our monitoring tools ideally shows us if any kind of device was rebooted, any kind of links were flapped, or anything. So the hint over here is my switch 23 was rebooted, after which this whole problem started. And again, this is just a small topology of a big workbook, what we ideally follow here. So just to have a simplicity, I have only picked up the required details or the required switches from this. So should we go further? Anyone wants to give any kind of inputs? They are happy. They are they are free to do it. Everyone here is a network engineer. I just don't want to keep speaking myself and you would be hearing. Okay, you see my screen? Is it quite visible? Anything else needs to be done?
Yeah, we can see.
Font is nice, not a problem.
It's visible.
Sorry?
It's visible. I don't see any problem.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Mahindra. So here is the thing. This is a VPC 52 and we are trying to ping VPC. I would just open, because I don't know the IP addresses. I would just open here and check out what is the IP of the destination machine. Now, how exactly, a TAC ideally troubleshoot is they believe in making a lot of data. and write down the notes, which ideally rest of the engineers don't do. And here, at least we have a topology to look further, but in our case, we don't have a topology. So here I would just show you very basic things. What is my source IP? I have this habit to write every single thing. My source IP is 192.168.1.100. All I have to do is write down here my destination IP. This is my destination IP from VPC, which is 192.168.200.100. Okay, and we would be checking every single basic. These are the basics. You can snip it out if you want. If needed, even I can paste it in the chat so that everyone can have them and they can keep the things in mind. So now, very basic first thing is I would be going on my source. Always make sure the troubleshooting is always started from your source rather than from destination. Why? Because we don't know. The ideal preference in this case is start always from where you want to start and then go towards destination. So in this case, I am jumping on my VPC 52, which is this device. I will just try to do basic ping to the destination first. Again, a good network engineer, a good support network engineer have a habit not to rely on any kind of data, even if it is from your colleague. Do it yourself. Believe me, we have seen, because the way we ideally pretend to break the things or analyze the things, every network engineer have a different way of doing it. And I have always understood or I have always experienced this one thing, that relying on some data which is provided by someone else, and that too verbally, is not really the fruitful one, and you don't really get the desired outputs. So first thing I would do is ping, and here is a one. So if you see, you get a destination host unreachable. So this is not a ping response. You are getting a destination host unreachable from your gateway machine. Now in this topology, this is the topology what we have. My gateway machine is switch 27. Okay, so next thing I would do is I would try to ping my ping 192.168.1.1 in this case, and we will see what exactly happens. Okay, so this ping is working. It means our default gateway communication is through without any problem. Now I would jump on a default gateway and check what exactly is happening, like very basic things. What routing protocol I am running, if I really have the specific route towards 192.168.2.100. If yes, still why I'm not able to ping. If I don't have a route, why the route is not present. All clean till now? Any doubts?
No doubt.
Okay, I'm assuming that as everything is clear, let me jump on switch 27. Okay, first thing, I'll try to ping the device from here. 192.168.200.100 was the IP, I believe. Yeah, if I ping from here, the ping is not working. This is the problem what we have. Now, the next thing, ideally, what we should be checking is if I do have a route in my routing table, because that's how this switch, this layer 3 switch would be routing the packet to the next stop. And if I don't have route in my routing table, it would be ideally dropping it. Now, we would be covering all the details of routing from, static route, floating static, default route to the extreme level into OSPF and BGP and EIGRP and how exactly the routing works. But here, this is, just to show you what exactly are the things ideally we cover, which so that you don't get bored with me speaking and talking about the curriculum and all those same things. This is what we thought to come up with something new. So all I'm doing is show IP route 192.168. No, it is not in my table. So the forwarding won't be happening. Okay, now after that, I have to find out what is the protocol I am running with. And here it is OSPF. So I am running OSPF on my different links over here, and we have to check basics if my OSPF is up, the very first basic thing. And if my OSPF is up, then why the route is not present in the routing table. So the next step is I would do show IP OSPF neighbor. I have two neighbors going towards 1/0 and 0/0. So let's check on the interface who is 1/0. It is going towards switch 25 and 0/0 is going towards switch 28. So now we do have two neighbors which are fine, but we don't have IP for this specific one. So let's check further what exactly we can do it here. Show IP OSPF database. And again, this whole area is area 0 as of now, what we have configured. Okay, we see to a lot of router link state, LSAs, netlink states, which are LSA type 2. We are getting a lot of data over here, but ideally what I have the intention to look for, I'm not able to do that. I can't see my 192.168 present anywhere here, nor I see any of the details from switch 23, not even in the router LSA. This is how you go step by step on each device and check out what exactly is the problem. Next step, because I don't have any kind of router LSA on this device, I would jump towards switch 25, because switch 25 is the next stop and nearest to switch 23. I would go and check over here what exactly is the problem. So again, the whole basic thing I would do is start from basics. Show IP route 192.168.200.100. It's not present in the routing table. Show IP OSP, again protocol over here, which is OSPF. So this is good. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Now I see three neighbors over here. Let's check out who are the three neighbors. VLAN 56. I don't know where VLAN 56 is present. Okay, so I would go step by step and show you what is the connectivity towards VLAN 56. It says this is my address, which is my remote device. So all I have to do is show IP route for this. It would be connected on your VLAN 56. Then you have to do ARP for that. And then you have to do MAC address from, pick up the MAC address from here and check out on your device. Okay. It is learning on port channel 1. Now I would see where is my port channel 1 connected. Port channel 1 is connected towards 0/0, which is going towards switch 26. So this is where this connectivity is present. Apart from that, we had another OSPF neighborship, which is going towards, oh, okay. You see here is a problem. Our OSPF is stuck into init state and we are not able to, hence the reason we are not able to see those many routes. Earlier, I believe it was full. Here it was full, if you see, and now it is in init state. Now, can someone tell me what could be the problem over here from your experience, specifically the network guys who are working on OSPF? What could be the problem? Earlier, my OSPF was flapping, OSPF was up, now it is flapping, or it has moved to init state. Any idea?
So it could be on something, the peer might be in different VLAN, different subnet.
No, if you see it, it was full, right? So the communication was good and then it went down. So it is flapping in between. So it is if it is a part of a different VLAN, they would never bring the OSPF up because the communication would never occur. Any guesses? Just you can be very frank. You can tell whatever you feel.
Probably something
Maybe
like
DRBDR.
if it is a DR BDR problem, it would never move from two-way state and further. But if you check here, the latest log, it has moved from loading to full. And again, exactly, so this OSPF neighborship is flapping. It is not ideally down into any other state. So maybe we can check on other side.
Okay, probably I want to suggest is a flapping link. The link between, so the flapping link can cause that too.
Okay, absolutely. That is one of the possible reason that this would be a flapping link. So how do you verify if the link is flapping? What is the kind of verification from OSPF perspective you ideally do? Any idea what is the preference you do? Yeah, there is a link flap which we are seeing could be possible reason that my link is flapping.
Okay, if for me in my network, if I have a flapping link, I probably check my syslog to see what's happening on that link, because I would have gotten a message on my syslog server.
Okay, let's try to check out a syslog and see if we really see any kind of. Okay, now here is a problem. My syslog don't show me any kind of link flaps. Okay, but have you guys ever seen something like this in your career with respect to OSPF? It is constantly going from loading to full after every 3 minutes, I would say. If you see here, 214, 217, 220, 223, 226, 230. So have you guys seen something like this?
No, I have not.
So I think around every 10 minutes it's getting flap, right? Is that correct?
3 minutes from 252 to 255. You are checking seconds.
Oh, sorry.
So now here is the thing. Here is where what ideally any of you would do, something like this is happening. You would open a TAC and you let them troubleshoot. Am I right in this? What do you think? I need a lot of inputs from rest of the people apart from Babala, Mahindra, because I do have many people. I can see many people over here.
Got timers, you can check on both sides.
If it is about timer, the OSPF basic
it's
criteria.
Global.
Yeah, exactly. OSPF criteria is that your timer should match or the OSPF neighborship won't come up. So this is going to full. It means it is going to full. The communication is going end to end. The database exchange is happening and then somehow it is dropping. Let's check on other side, which is switch 23. What exactly is happening over here? We have already checked one side, right? Okay. Here is the thing. It is stuck in loading. Have any one of you have ever seen OSPF stuck in loading? And if yes, do you know why?
MTU issue?
Could be, yeah. MTU could be there. But then if MTU is there, Mohan, won't it get stuck in start and exchange state? Because the first DBD which gets exchanged ideally have the MTU value written in it, right?
Yeah.
So if my MTU is not matching, it would get stuck in start and exchange state. You are going on right direction. I just want you to think more, think out of the box. And so then
memory leakage.
No. Memory leakage is again, these are emulators. You won't see, you are directly jumping on conclusions rather than thinking about basics.
Okay.
I would give more hints. Hold on. I would give more hints. I am pulling the syslog of, to switch 23, which says that there are too many retransmissions are happening. You see here?
Yep.
Okay. So now why retransmission would happen? So now I can see more people are talking.
Time mismatching of the OSPFs.
Sorry, one by one. Aishwarya, what do you think?
The mismatching of time slottings in between neighbor OSPF switches.
No, ideally, what do you mean by too many retransmission? Why you have to do a lot of retransmission in OSPF? Anyone who knows the stuff? or this is to this deep level we are going to do. Paramita, you were saying something.
Yeah, it may be because of the packet issue in the packet transmission. Sir,
Could
also
be, yeah.
I'm not able to see, the font is too small.
Yeah,
if
I was
possible.
asking earlier. I was asking the same thing
Yeah.
earlier. I was doubting if it would be visible. Let me see if I can. I really don't know if we can make it bigger. How can I make this bigger?
You just copy paste in notepad and show her if something.
Okay. Hey, as of
Settings preference.
no, this is the different terminal server. Okay, I'll make it here. Edit. Zoom in, zoom. Okay, you see this now? This is good.
Yeah, that's better.
Or I can make even bigger.
Yeah, if possible.
Yeah, now nice. Good.
Yeah, it's fine now. Thank you.
It's fine now. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
now,
fine now. Thank you.
you see it is down to down, then loading. From loading, it is never moving to full. Paramita, you're going in right direction. This is moreover something related to MTU, which ideally books don't say. Your CCNA book never say about this thing, but this is moreover an a real-time experience which ideally you would learn. I will show you how to do basic checks. Okay, and what exactly is a OSPF packet, how exactly it deals whenever the communication happen between two devices. Any other hints anyone wants to give, or I can move further? So it is related to MTU. For rest of the people, you have to think in this specific direction. Go think further what exactly could be the reason my MTU would be making the whole problem.
That the interface settings might be different.
Okay, we can check interface settings. I would check on both sides. The interface here is gigabit 0/3. I would do show interface gigabit 0/3. My MTU here is 1500 bytes. Bandwidth is this much. Delay is this much. We can compare. That's how we do. I would go on a new window here. This is from my which switch? This is from my switch 23. And I would also pick the output from next switch, which is switch 25. What is the interface over here? CO interface gig 0/3. Okay, interesting. Okay, you see here, my MTU is different. This is my switch 25.
Yep.
Sorry, switch 25. Okay, the hint I initially gave you that your switch got rebooted, which was switch 23. Now on this side, my MTU is 1500. On this side, my MTU is 9000. Right now, tell me someone that I have different MTUs, but my OSPF is stuck in loading or full state. It is flapping. So do you think it is like there is a command what we ideally add, which is IP OSPF MTU ignore? Everyone is aware about that? Right, in your book you must have read that if you add IP OSPF MTU ignore on the interface, the problem would get resolved, right?
Yes.
Now here, that was a theory. Here is, let me show you the practical and the reason why exactly this is not getting solved. Okay, and how ideally we resolve such kind of issues in TAC. Very basic thing what we follow is ping. You know why? These are some important steps what I'm going to tell you. Whenever any OSPF control plane packet gets exchanges, okay, mark here my words, they don't do the fragmentation. Most important thing. Second, can anyone tell me what is the importance of MTU from a networking perspective?
It's kind of it should match
It will grab
that is kind of
the
packet.
data.
Sorry, one by one. Mahindra, you go first, then Mohan.
Yeah, so it's kind of the data packet size, right? If I have some smaller MTU capacity, I need to send, let's say if I wanted to move with 100 bytes, right? If it is 100 bytes, it is just one attempt, it will go complete data. But if it is kind of mismatch 50 bytes, I should send 2 times. It's kind of just overburden or overutilizing the link kind of stuff.
Exactly. Now, from data plane perspective or from end server to server communication perspective, okay, from VPC 52 to VPC, that would do the fragmentation and send the things, right? But from routing protocol perspective, fragmentation is ideally not good. Reason? Because whenever the fragmentation is done, remote side, they have to do the whole chunking of the packets again and then process it, which would eventually consume a lot of time. Hence the reason for any kind of routing protocol packets, we don't do fragmentation. Now, when we don't do the fragmentation, the packet ideally picks up the size from the interface MTU, right? How exactly the packet is made, the update packet is made. Any idea? Any one of you have the idea? If I have OSPF running between 2 devices, what is the maximum size of an update packet it would get? It would create?
No, I don't know.
Mohan, you want to answer, or Babala, anyone else?
No,
Ashish,
no
David?
idea.
Okay,
No,
so
could you please repeat it once again?
the question is that whenever any routing protocol update packet is prepared on the CPU of the device, what MTU it comes up with, or how exactly it decides that I have to prepare this packet with 500 MTU or 600 MTU or 1000 MTU. How exactly that is done?
No idea.
No idea,
There's
right?
something like show IP-OSPF summary that shows any information, but I don't know the exact value.
So
Just
it basically picks up the MTU from the interface, that I can go maximum up to 9,000 bytes to prepare my update. If my MTU size is 2000, it can go up to 2000. If my MTU size is 1500, it can go to 1500. Now imagine on one side, your MTU is 9,000 and this switch, which is switch 25, prepared an update packet with 9,000 bytes. Because if you see this, it's a huge topology. You see this? It's a huge topology. So whenever your networks are big, the update packets are big and no one knows this. Why? Because let's assume if I have 3,000 prefixes in my network getting exchanged through OSPF, do you really think it would get exchanged in single 1500 bytes? No, right?
Yeah.
I can show you how much memory it can consume. Show IP route summary. Oh, what is the command? Okay, yeah, command is there. Okay, do you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, now if you see this 4747104 bytes, where it is receiving via OSPF. Now, if my MTU size is 9,000, it will create multiple packets of 9,000 bytes and it would send on the remote side. Now, how can we verify in a real hardware, even if MTUs are configured correctly, still there is a problem because hardware is dropping the packet. Many of you may have seen some similar kind of issue. Now, how a TAC verifies this behavior? Very basic thing. Ping to the remote side. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Ping. I would ping my 155. This one. Now, if you ping something like this, the ping is working. You see any kind of problem in this? No.
Just repeated packets.
Yeah, exactly. Because whenever you initiate this kind of ping, it only takes 56 bytes of payload. And when I put size, now my MTU supported size is somewhere around 9,000. So I would be doing it as 9,000. And I am not putting any other kind of requirements as of now. So let's see how the reply we get. We are not able to ping. This is the problem. Now in actual scenarios where you have a original hardware deployed and hardware is in broken state, this ping won't work. There is something called as DF bit. Do you know what is DF bit in ping? How many of you have used it?
Don't fragment bit should.
Don't fragment bit, exactly. And when I say that my OSPF is not really breaking or it is not in the favor of doing the fragmentation, then my packet ideally is of how much? 9,000 bytes. And that is the reason whenever we do a ping, that ping is with don't fragment bit. And if we are able to ping end to end, it means end to end I can exchange the data. Now, if I do it here, the ping won't work. And because of that, the end-to-end communication won't work. Now, many people really don't know about this reality. Maybe we can do captures over here on gigabit 0/3 and see what exactly is happening. If it is allowing me to do the Wireshark capture. Okay, let's see. I have a Wireshark going on. Now, all the whatever we would learn, I would prefer to show you guys over this, because if you do the packet captures, things are very easy for you. You understand what exactly is the requirement, how exactly you should be dealing with it. I'm just trying to show you any kind of packet. Okay, yeah, here. You see this? This is one of the packet, what 35.5, which in this diagram is sending towards 35.5 is this, because this switch 25 last number is 5, and it is trying to send a packet with a size of how much? 3214. And ideally none of the engineers really have a clarity about this. Now, because this is size is 3214 and my MTU configured on switch 23 is hardly 1500, do you think we would be processing that packet?
No, it will drop.
Exactly. And how can we verify that? I can show you one very basic thing. Show interface gig 0/3. So if I am receiving a packet which is bigger than my MTU size, how that packet would get dropped? Can someone analyze this output and check and tell me what I should ideally check? These are the basics. Okay.
Output drops probably.
Output drops are in output direction, Mahindra. You have to check something in the input. For those who are not able to see, let me just paste this.
There is an input queue. Is that total?
Hold on, I'll paste it here so that everyone can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, you see something like this many times in your day. Anyone have an idea what exactly you should be checking?
I'll say the giant.
Exactly, you got my point. This is the problem. These are the giants because my interface is not capable to handle that much big packet. It would say it as a giant and it would drop it. These are the smallest things what you have to observe and then resolve the issues. This is where, and if you see the earlier count was how much? 6423, and here the count has gone to 6430. So the update what it is receiving from switch 25 is being dropped. Let me change. Now, I have seen n number of cases in my TAC tenure where customer used to say, earlier this was working fine, this switch got rebooted, after which it is not, because ideally they don't understand this basic thing that earlier your network could be small. In real life scenarios, the switches are up and running for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And in that 5 years time period, you have grown tremendously. And because of that, the update, whatever used to go slowly. Once it is exchanged, it is exchanged. but when the switch totally reboots, the whole exchange process starts from zero, having a bigger MTU size packets. Now, something like this, no one can tell you when that such kind of issues ideally happen, which any engineer should be knowing, but they are not. Hence the reason we thought to come up with something different rather than going with a typical flow where I would be keep talking about. I would be talking about the things. Don't worry about that. But this is what is I feel is a USP as an addition to what you are already doing. Now, all I have to do is go under interface 0/3, change the MTU to 9000 and see what exactly happens. Okay, it will come up in a minute or two. Let's wait. Let me change the MTU here and make it same. That is the reason we ideally expect the MTU to be same. Same behavior is with your OSPF, but many people do. Same behavior is with your BGP. Many people don't know that. So I'd be showing you BGP stuff tomorrow. Now, if you see here, it has moved to full BDR. I'll check on this side and let's see what exactly is the behavior if it is still down. Okay, it is full now. You see, now all I have to do is go here and check 192.168.200.100. I started receiving this specific route. Now I'll go on VPC 52 and I'll try to ping VPC.100 and I'm able to ping. Now, such kind of issues, if you are seeing in your network, you have to go step by step. You need to know on every step, every OSPF, what you call state, which is like down in it, two-way at start, exchange, loading, full. What is the problem on every single state? So you have to know all these things. We would be covering different kind of scenarios. This was just one of the demo example what I was having an intention to show every one of you. Let me go back to my slide thing. Okay, this is, I believe, what we have covered. This is the curriculum what we are going to cover. I want you to go through this different modules, VLAN, VDP, native VLANs, everything in depth, STP, RSTP, MST, all kind of load balancing things, OSPF, BGP, MPLS in depth, IPv6 in depth, multicast in depth. Because my team, when I was working with TAC, I used to handle multicast too, and I was working as an escalation engineer for that. I can really show all kind of scenarios within multicast. So after thinking from industry's perspective, what ideally is industry in need of, we have curated something like this, which would really help you to go further in terms of becoming a better version of yourself. Know how exactly or what exactly every platform supports in terms of packet capture, the troubleshooting methodology, what we ideally follow, what I ideally follow. I would be explaining all those things. You can make a notes and then you can apply it in your real life scenarios. So I believe that's it from my side. I don't have much data to show you. I would still keep it on this specific what do you call PPT. If you have any kind of doubts, my team would be eventually sending you this over email, whoever is interested to take this further, so that you can have this handy with you and we can talk more about it on every weekend basis. The classes would be ideally from 8:30 a.m. or 9 a.m. to 2 to 3 hours, depending on the curriculum. We may go up to 3 hours on Saturday and on Sunday. So apart from that, for rest of all the things, any kind of commercials or any kind of inquiries, you can reach out to the details given on this number as well as email ID. And there would be another session tomorrow, the same session but a different troubleshooting ticket. So whoever is interested can join in to see. That would be from BGP perspective on same Zoom session at the same time. So yeah, that's it again from my side. The session is, or the forum is open for everyone to shoot the questions, discuss. If you really liked what we did today, you have any kind of feedback to improvement from my side, for me ideally, I'm happy to hear anything and everything.
Yeah, good, Smith. I don't have any questions.
Sir, I joined late today, so is it possible to get the recorded version?
I believe yes. Abdul or Sagar, can you confirm if we have a recordings? Yeah, I do. I believe we have a recordings of this, and that would be sent, or even you can join tomorrow, same time, and everything would be same apart from a different BGP module ticket what I would be developing today to show how exactly we intend to do it, the step-by-step methodology what we ideally follow.
Will you cover the BGP in depth or just
in depth? No. Everything will be covered in depth, Janak. This is everything. Whatever I'm showing is an addition. That's why at the bottom I have written troubleshooting tickets, and this troubleshooting tickets would be covered from troubleshooting perspective. But rest of everything is in depth. Don't worry about that. BGP, because this is highly used. Even if you are using SD-WAN, we need OSPF, we need BGP, we need IPsec, and then SD-WAN is running all over that. So if you don't know BGP, the understanding the SD-WAN is going to be a bit tough for you. So everything else is going to be in depth.
Okay. So we'll be able to give the CCNP exam after studying all this?
I hope so. Yeah, absolutely not a problem.
Okay.
Depending on the number of hours you put, you would be able to do it. Don't worry.
Right.
But from my side, I can assure you, with respect to routing, you guys would be expert. The reason being, the nitty-gritties or the smallest of the parts I would be explaining, and how exactly the things work behind those. What is the logic behind those? I would be explaining every single thing.
Okay.
I believe, was it that boring, or people are still in sleep? Any other question? I see a good participants, 21 participants, and there are no questions at all.
So to join this course, how much experienced should we be?
If you are a CCNA fresher, if you have a basics of CCNA, like I showed earlier, if you know this much, that's more than enough. Rest all would be covered. Does that answer your query?
So, I mean, there is no mention of the protocols like OSPF.
So if you, who should do this course? If you know OSI model, TCP/IP, ICMP, ARP, DHCP, telnet, static routing, default routing, you are most welcome to do it, because rest of the things would be covered already in this new course.
And will it touch the security part as well?
As of now, a basic security part, yes, that would be touched, but not from firewall perspective. It would be covered from, router ACL features, router AAA features, whatever is from ideally the security feature from L3 switches and routers perspective, yes, that will be. But from pure security perspective, like you're talking about firepower, FTD, ASAs, there would be a different dedicated course for that from a network security perspective.
No, I'm talking about the general one, the general security.
Absolutely, that will be covered.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Do we get any course completion certificates or something from the network journey?
Sagar or Abdul, can you check on this one, because this is more of an administration part I don't really look into. Janak, I guess you just have to write this query on this WhatsApp or give a call. I'm not sure, or maybe I can check, but again, just ping me your number probably in the chat 1-to-1.
No issue, I'll touch the team, no problem.
Yep, thank you. Any other questions anyone have? Sai Aruna is asking how many weekends will it go for? Probably if we I can keep delivering, but if it is a bouncer for you guys, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't want to go with overcommitment, and I don't want to keep it as under committed. But if we consider 3 hours every week on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday, that would ideally cover 6 hours every single week, and eventually in a month you would end up covering 24 hours. So you can say at least 4 hours to 4 months minimum.
And if we miss any of the weekends, then will we get the recording?
Exactly, yes, there will be recording.
Okay.
Any other question? I would start from everyone. Amar, you have any question or any feedback for me? And I'm just trying to make people talk. Like, this is a forum where you don't know me, I don't know you. So whatever, if you are supposed to handle the calls, and you are a bit skeptical to do that, this is a good platform for you guys. Speak, like we don't know each other. Go for it. I've seen my L1 and L2 engineers trying to run from calls. So all this fear should ideally go away. We are sitting and we are here to make our careers. So Satya, go shoot.
Sir, I want to ask, so whatever we do in the class, and after the class we will do, suppose we want to do any practice, so I'm talking about the
There
lab
will be
setup.
lab. Yes, there will be lab
So
access
it will
given. Don't
be
worry about
in
it.
my own laptop, it will be, we get a remote or something.
Both. If your laptop is capable to do the things, you can do that. If yeah, just one thing. Yeah, if you want it from the classes, yes, there will be there. Nothing to worry. Access to 3 months CCNP rack will be there, so you can practice anything. And I can probably share a small workbook what ideally we follow, and then there would be development of new workbook from troubleshooting perspective, which I would be personally writing myself, because this is a newest thing what we have introduced. So from this perspective, don't worry, I would be writing step by step the approach, or what exactly or how exactly you should be doing the things, what is importance of smallest of things what you have ideally learned in CCNA, but its significance and how you should be using it, I'll try to add up as much as possible. So this is just a sample workbook what ideally we follow. And then in the same topology what I have shown you earlier, I would be incorporating all kind of troubleshooting scenarios. And I have been thinking about this specific one where you as a team would challenge me to, pull up, push all the configs and all kind of faults and everything in the lab, and to which I won't have access to. but I would try to resolve that specific issues in front of you. You would allow me access when during when we will have the class, and then the approach what I ideally follow, because I don't know that though I know the topology, I really don't know what kind of faults would be added. So this is just for fun thing if everyone is interested. This is how you would be seeing the things, lot of stuff. So don't worry about those specific parts. Yeah, again, I'm going back to Amar. You have any question? I would take that as a no. Mahindra, you have any question?
No, Sumit. So, regarding that book, is that already published or something? Just
No,
that
that
is
is just a
internal to.
sample. I believe when you enroll for it, the admin team is forwards it to everyone who is enrolled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Babala, you have any question, or Yogad, you have any feedback for me?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I hope you like the session.
Yes, it's fine. Yeah, I really like it.
David, you have any question? Janak, I believe you were like I was able to clear all your doubts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ishwara, Mohan, anything from you guys?
Yeah, as of now, we completed only one topic, right?
Not
If it
even
is
one
done,
topic. It was just
no,
to show how exactly
yeah,
troubleshooting.
yeah.
Yeah, from troubleshooting session, we completed OSPF. Now it could be done on a bigger topology. It could be, this was a demo. I wanted to make sure that everything is covered with a smaller topology. And then, the basics can be tested even on 2 routers. You just need to understand what are basics and how ideally the things work. It's
Yeah,
never
yeah,
about the topology.
yeah. So, can you explain one more scenario?
I'd be doing that tomorrow. In terms of OSPF, you want me to explain, or a theory wise, or a troubleshooting
No,
wise?
troubleshooting wise only. Theory we can learn it from anywhere, but troubleshooting part is the difficult, right?
Yeah. So, I would give some basic hints. Like as of now, I don't have anything prepared. I'll be very frank with you. Tomorrow, today after this session, I'll be preparing something on PGP, which I will show, but nothing to show you in lab. I can speak about general methodology, what ideally we should follow whenever troubleshooting. It could be slowness. It could be okay. How many of you ideally have done packet captures on any kind of devices in your entire networking career?
We actually we know, but we in our organization we don't have a access to work on packet like packet capturing.
No, it's a read. If you have a write access, you have everything. Just that people don't know at what level the troubleshooting should be done. So if you ask me that my OSPF neighborship is down, what kind of things you would check? I would start from configs, one thing, ping unicast of OSPF, which is ping to my remote peer with size, with DF bit, I mean with MTU, DF bit, and then repeat probably up to 100 or 1000 packets. After that, I would do ping multicast. Then I would configure an ACL on incoming direction. I'm just giving you, just the steps what any of the TAC engineer follows. Ping multicast. After that, I would do ACL configuration. I would do ACL configuration with lock keyword. Anyone know what does lock keyword do in ACL?
It will configure lock. There is no one need to modify.
No, ideally, whenever you configure this specific lock keyword, the traffic gets punted towards CPU. So I believe many of you don't know that there would be 2 types of processing done. One would be done in the hardware or at the line card level, and another one would be done at the CPU. So any kind of control plane packet which ideally may getting dropped in your line card because of a programming issue would be whenever you put a lock keyword, it would get forcefully punted towards CPU. So that is another step what we follow. Apart from that, After this, if we are not able to see it, then we tend to do ELAMs or packet captures, depending on the support of the hardware. And after that, there is last step, which is debug. And even after that, if the issue is not getting resolved, then I tend to go to TAC, which in this all steps, the things ideally should get resolved until unless there is no bug hitting on the device. So I remember there was one of the bugs on 6500 where a packet size of 8047, more than 8047 was not supported. Because there was a bug on that iOS, and we did the whole verification from the steps what I showed you, the basic ping, and then we started, though MTU was configured 9000 on both sides, we started doing it from MTU 9000, 8900, 8600, 500, and eventually when we found out, then we were able to dig deeper that this is because of a bug. We changed the MTU size and issue got resolved. So something like that. This was who asked me, I believe, I'm not able to remember the name, Raju or someone asked me. This kind of issues what ideally we talk, and this is how the steps what we follow to troubleshoot the scenarios. Who would be next? Ishwara, Janak, Mahindra, Mohan. Mohan had asked me this. Paramita, you have any further question?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Hello,
Raj.
Sumit, Ishwar Reddy.
Yeah, tell me.
So I want to learn something in network security related. I think your modules is not there. Is there any possibility?
This will be moreover, this is moreover from enterprise perspective. Security is a dedicated security domain where you can go and learn from CCNP security perspective.
Okay.
Okay.
So any commercial parts we'll need to talk to?
Not here. Yeah, not here. Probably you can just give a call to on the number in the screen, and they should be able to answer your queries. No commercials here because that's taken care by the sales team. Raju, Roberto, Sai, Satya, any other questions? Last but not the least, Siddharth, Abdul. Okay, people here are a lot of on mute. Okay, I guess that's it from my side. I don't have much to say. There would be another session tomorrow, another troubleshooting scenario, what I'll be covering, creating today to show how exactly BGP have its impact and why exactly the neighborship flaps every 3 minutes. I'm just giving hints so that you guys would be interested to know further why my BGP neighbor flaps every 3 minutes and what kind of issues could be present in that. So I'd be covering this specific scenario tomorrow. As of now, thank you. And again, yeah, one important thing, same Zoom session, same timing. So yep, that's it. I believe that's it from my side.
Thank you, Sumit. Thanks for sharing your knowledge.
Okay, I can conclude we are done with this and we will be coming up tomorrow again, same time, same Zoom session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Bye.
Thank you.